Good morning, you guys. So this is called the 8-week story. Very cool story. So long and short, used to go to the farmer's market all the time, one here locally, and I knew that G wanted us to go to a different farmer's market, my husband and I together. So we started going to one about an hour and 15 minutes away, a big farmer's market. And it was a pretty big production because we were doing hot food there. So we had to prep everything, get it all ready, take it there, set it all up, get the grills, get everything ready, cook the food for the people, break it down, pack it back up, bring it home, unload it. It was a lot of work, but I knew that's where G wanted Walter and I working together. And then we had Karen and her mama help prepping, getting everything ready for the farmer's market. So we had been going to the farmer's market probably 5, 6, 7 months, I'm guessing. And it was really early mornings, a lot of work, a lot of setup, a lot of tear down. And, just being patient with it because I knew that's where God wanted us. Primarily, I believe my husband and I working together as a team, which was awesome for us to be able to do that together and me not have my attitude like I had 2.5 years ago. So that's what was going on at the farmer's market. Now, in the meantime, we have a hydroponic greenhouse that we had a 3-year lease on. And the people were in like their 8th, 9th, 10th month of their lease during this time where we're at the farmer's market in Panama City. So we're down there at the market, just talking to God, having a great time. And out of nowhere, G tells me, you're going to be at the market 8 more weeks. I'm like, what? 8 more weeks? What date is that? So I looked it up and it was May 31st. And I was like, oh, well, G, I'm going to obsess because I'm going to think how you're going to do that or why you're doing it. So I'm going to think that the farm's going to be sold because the farm is up for sale. The farm's going to be sold in 8 weeks. So awesome. But I knew I would obsess about that. And I have no idea if that's what was happening in 8 weeks. So I just told him, I said, get this out of my mind. That's wonderful. We're going to be here 8 more weeks. But I didn't want to think about it. Let me just do what I'm doing and be obedient and listen and just keep doing what I'm doing. So now fast forward, you guys, 7 weeks, the tenants are out in the greenhouse and they mentioned to me that they're really starting to struggle. And I'm like, you have a 3-year lease. They're like, well, we're struggling. I'm like, oh man, okay. So Walter and I talk about it. Hey, tenants are just struggling. They're not doing so well out there in the greenhouse. The following Friday, which is now the 30th, which is one day before the 8 weeks, the tenants are out there at the greenhouse on a Friday, which is unusual because they're not usually out there on a Friday. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, we just don't even think we're going to make it here 2 more weeks. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, we just can't. We just cannot do this. We just can't do this. I was like, okay. And I was like, tomorrow's the 8-week mark. Oh my, okay. So I'm guessing we're going to be running the greenhouse. Walter and I talk about the different options, because we can rent it again. We're not sure if they're going to leave or not. It's up to him, whatever we decide to do. So we're at the farmer's market the next day, and out of the blue, Walter's like, we're not coming back to the market. We're going to take part of the greenhouse back over. I was like, okay, exactly 8 weeks, exactly. So then I think I know what's going on. Okay, G. So of course he knew that the tenants weren't going to stay in the greenhouse. I had no clue 8 weeks ago that was about to happen, but I was like, okay, so now I guess we're going to go ahead and take back over the greenhouse, but only a part of it because we're not going to go back to that chaos. So talk to my buddy Karen. She helps us in the greenhouse. I'm like, hey, buddy, what do you think? We do need the revenue and the tenants aren't going to be there anymore. How many rows do we think we can manage where it's not chaos like it was? So her and I talked about it. It's like 20 rows, maybe 25. That was that. So I spent the next 3 weekends cleaning the greenhouse. Deep cleaning, getting it ready, cleaning out the trays, just doing a really good deep cleaning that it needed. And in the meantime, I ordered seeds so we could get them started because it takes 2 weeks in the nursery to get them growing, So I order seeds. When I order the seeds, I was like, gee, I need to call all of our previous vendors to find out how much they're going through right now because I have no idea. No, not yet. I'm like, okay, don't call the vendors yet. I'm just trying to call them and ask them how many seeds they need. Really, but okay, I won't call them yet. So I order all the seeds, order all the traditional seeds. I sit down, I start looking at numbers, cleaning the greenhouse. Now the seeds come in the mail that day. When I get them in the mail, like a week or so later, I was like, all right, G, I need to find out how much these people are buying so I know how much to start so we can get them started in the nursery so we can get lettuce in here as soon as possible, get money coming in as soon as possible, as if he didn't know that. And he says, okay, go ahead and call them. I said, okay, cool. So I start reaching out to the vendors to find out how much lettuce they need. And one of them asks me, is the greenhouse for lease? I'm like, yes, let me send you a brochure. It sure is. So I got that brochure and I sent it on over to her. So the other tenants are still in the greenhouse, cleaning up, doing what they're doing. They put in their 2-week notice and they're getting their stuff out of the greenhouse. The other people show up and they rented the greenhouse. So now the greenhouse is rented again. So I was like, awesome, G. Thank you so much. Now it's rented. I was like, all right, G. I've got about 2 more weekends of cleaning that greenhouse and getting it spick and span looking brand new for the new tenants that are in there. Thank you very much. So I'll just clean for the next 2 weeks. So that's why I'm off, not doing anything. I'm going to clean the greenhouse. So now the following 2 weekends, clean the greenhouse. And on Sunday, I finished the greenhouse, completely ready for the new tenants to move in. It's like, all right, G, we're going to need some more revenue coming in on the weekend. So we've got the tenants. Thank you very much. We're not going to the farmer's market, so we do need to replace that revenue with something. So I will wait tables. Very good at that. I will drive. I will clean. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever on the weekends. It doesn't matter to me, but it's in your hands. That's on a Sunday. Now, my buddy Karen is at home minding her own business, taking a shower. And in her spirit, G drops it. When you get out of the shower, message your sister-in-law, she has a cleaning business, and find out if she needs help on the weekends for Tanya to clean. Karen, obedience, you guys, unity. See how this works? We all work together in unity. How beautiful this is. How she's obedient, I'm obedient. We're just all doing what he tells us to do, and how the perfect plan works out. His will, because we're all listening and doing what he tells us to do. It's beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful. So Karen does that, messages her. The lady sends me a message. Karen's like, hey, da-da-da-da-da. The lady sends me a message. I met with her on Tuesday. You guys, I started cleaning that upcoming Saturday. So I was like, gee, I need work next weekend. And I started cleaning churches. Go figure. The first 3 jobs I had was churches. And it's just been dramatically, I can't even tell you guys financially what's happened to us in just the last 5 months. Unbelievable. It's a totally different property. Not really a farm. But we're listening to God and just doing what he tells us to do. And just he's taken us into a whole new place. So you guys listen, be obedient, unity in Christ with people, with friends. And it's just a beautiful thing. And I cannot describe the amazing life that we now have. So yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. So that's our 8-week story. You guys have a good one.